sacrificed the club life. I done sacrificed my love life.
I done sacrificed the thug life. Diamond shining, ain't no dull light. Drop my top to get my mind right. Pull up in the Rari loud pipe. Them the dime, my wrist a Hyundai. Ooh, yeah, Gucci Python. Ooh, yeah, she play with her. Yeah, I bought that new charm. Pop on, I told her come see about me. Come on, come see me. The devil had entered my soul. My mama had beat it out. The devil, my mama. Remember my grandma had told me you better be somebody. Hop in my seats, massaging. Watch how I lead the posse. I made an M deposit. Paid all these.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. In today's game, it's a showdown between two teams with the same record on the year. It's the Chiefs going up against the Texans.
Larry, they broke ground on this place in the year 2000, opened it in August of 2002, and it's been the home of this franchise ever since. Welcome to NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line with the Kansas City Chiefs. First down, Watson. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Justin Houston in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And the sack parade continues. Remember last week, they had an astounding 8 sacks. Another one there on the opening drive.
And they have the mentality of just attacking the quarterback in the pocket, no matter what. They're one of those teams that says, we play the run on our way back to the quarterback, and that philosophy works for them very well.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Third and long, it's Watson. Buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. That's Griffin. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. Right on the 30-yard line. Here now, Shane Leckler, 41-year-old punter, to kick it away. Tyreek Hill back deep for Kansas City. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Smith. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Smith now throwing again. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. Bernardrick McKinney in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Smith. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit right there at the 43. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Well, they gave the 60-yarder a try, didn't make it, and now they're in a tough position defensively. This offense has it in midfield. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's Watson. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Texan 1st down. Boy, another example there of how you've just got to be fearless to go over the middle in this league.
No doubt about it. If you want to be known as a Pro Bowl type of a receiver, if you want to get to the Hall of Fame, you're going to have to make a good number of catches in that area. And how about the hit he took from the linebacker? That's where you really make it, because a lot of times that hit is coming from behind you, from over the top by a safety. In this case, it may well come from underneath with the linebacker dropping out from the middle.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. Throwing again is Watson. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. C.J. Fedorowicz, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
So many qualities coaches tick off when they talk about, hey, what is it going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to rank near the top of every list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And that's incomplete.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th. Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Smith on third down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Oh, free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes sailing out of bounds. Where did it cross? Well, they're going to say on this side of midfield. And the Texans set to come onto the field.
And this is their third drive. Maybe the focus right now not so much on points, but getting their first down.
And when you start off a game, you don't even think that's an issue, do you? But you go a drive, a second drive, no first down, that becomes an issue. Now you got to think about, okay, what type of play calling do I have to do to get us in a spot to pick that first one up?
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Here we go. Flex round.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. Going deep for Hopkins. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
Flex round. Here we go.
Out of the gun, Watson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Jones able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City.
And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
They run it here. Where? He's got room to run past the 20. And through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Spencer Ware, 91 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting them to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field.
So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Let's go.
Watson now to throw. Going deep for Hopkins. He's got him in, complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. They give him a gain of 38. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Fuller. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. So they complete the pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go!
They'll toss it to Miller. And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Texans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go!
Now it's Watson. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Well, they tried a 50-yarder and miss it, and now this offense has it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And going deep for Hill. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run now with Ware. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Pretty good running there, 9 yards. Sets up a 3rd and 1.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
They run again with Ware. Room here to run. And down to the 11. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And in the next breath, they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up 1st downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. On 1st down, Smith. And incomplete. He dropped it in the end zone.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
On the ground, this is Ware. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets them to 3rd and 3 now.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dwight Lowry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Watson off play action. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. The Texans on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson, and finding Fedorowicz. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. And to the left side, Fedorowicz has it. And he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Two minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Fresh set of downs here.
Come on, let's go!
Now Watson. Underneath for Miller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 2nd down. Watson. His throw incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
The Texans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
They missed a field goal earlier, so possibly as a result, that's why they're going to try to go for it here on 4th down. And they'll run for it with Miller. 7 yards there on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Houston first.
It's 4th and 2, and you know the defense is going to stack the line of scrimmage. So you have to be definite about your decision about where to go.
Now a first down throw, Watson. On the right side, this is Miller. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Lamar Miller, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Now the try here for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, Smith. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. So the sack of Smith, and now the Chiefs coming up facing 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. And here comes the Texans now. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
A final shot before the break. Watson. Flush to his right. And some room to maneuver. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the... And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up. Trying to lay one up deep. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Second down now after the incompletion. Smith to throw again. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. He sets to fire deep. And it's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that'll bring up second down.
Quick hands that time to knock that one away. It sure looked like a short touchdown, but able to get a good break on the football and force the incompletion.
Shift together here from the D-line. Back to throw, Smith. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
After the interception, here's Watson. Griffin's got it, middle of the field. And he's brought down. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did.
Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Watson being chased out left. Dropped at the 35, but he was able to display the agility there. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. To throw on second is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Texans on third down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. They'll run. It's Miller. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. Lamar Miller stops short of the sticks. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. They'll run it now out of the gun. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
To throw on second down is Smith. Forced out to his left. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 46. They'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down. The Chiefs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing on third down, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And they pick up 25 as they convert on third. Now it's Smith. Caught here by Conley. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Offense staying ahead of the chains here, 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap for Smith. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Santos now to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
On second down, here's Miller. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They go play action here on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. So the D-line's going to spread out.
Let's go. Back round.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. He's got Fuller. Touchdown, Houston. Will Fuller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game.
And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And now here comes Kansas City. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Buying time to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Back now here on EA Sports. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. On second down, here's Smith. It's brought in by Harris. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Now Smith. Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. Room to run inside the 40. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. On the run, it's Ware. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Here's Smith. Now he's forced out. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Whitney Merciless in there to get him for his second sack of the night. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. Off of play action. Here's Smith. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. He's at the 50. He's at the 40. 20. 10. And put it on the board. It's 6, a touchdown. So many times tight games decided by one big play. A lot of times, of course, it's the offense. Here, it's the defense coming up huge.
And you know head coaches walk around locker rooms, walk around bench areas saying, guys, somebody make a play. It's a cliche, but it applies here.
can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's got room. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with officially a 103-yard return. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
On first down, Watson. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Watson, and a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Tremendous coverage there. Just did not catch the football and complete the interception. But what do they say all the time? If he had really good hands, he'd be playing offense.
Tie game late, and the offense really has to be conscious of the clock here as it's becoming a factor late in this ball game. Throwing again is Watson. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to face a third down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4.
Let's go.
Again, it's Watson. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. Hitting the home stretch here in a great game, a tie game. Let's see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back. On 1st and 10, Smith. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
Not in a position where they absolutely have to rush right now, but they definitely have to pick up the tempo a bit.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They'll take this up just shy of the 40. Excellent display of footwork on that run. 8 yards on the ground there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 2. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And able to find Conley. And he's got some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Smith. Eluding the pressure right. Now he'll let it. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill with time running out. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. Now the point after try for Santos. And it's good. That makes it a 28-21 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the inline. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go down.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 29. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. He's back to throw. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that'll bring up second down. One last throw here for Watson. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for Kansas City, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will head home next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Houston, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah. Young Gerald. Yeah. Die line with the boom pow. Every week now I switch to a new style. 212s in the back just blew out. Everything I do end up in the news now. Yeah. Lead a club with a few now. Just some Hollywood and they do. I'm in the mood now. 2 a.m. What you wanna do now? What you wanna do now? Little baby past. Don't spill on me, that's Margella. Got this Oakland game to tell her. She look familiar. Back up Shella, what's her name? Isabella, forget it, yeah. It's like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna function, got some places we could go. Lot y'all got me speaking slow like, yeah. I'm blessed. I don't GA. I'm tryna, yes on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less. Yeah. Say less. Hey girl, what it do? If you got friends, cool, bring a few through. No fun if the homies now. R.I.P. Nate Dogg, this too true. And you know what I'm down for. Round 2, round 3, and a round 4. Mood switch when she knocked at the front door. Next up was the uproar. Yeah, was like a week ago, but we both know how weekends go. Tryna tuck off, got some places we could go. Swear she got the like wow, she's blessed, I'm blessed. I don't GA. I'm tryna. on yes, on yes, on yes. Say less. Say less. You ain't go. Say less.
Sheesh. What you saying? I don't understand. I'm out my mind. I popped. Sheesh. I swear this lock shot got me stuttering. Girl, you not fall in love again. Sheesh. Get it. My favorite rush. You talkative, ain't gotta say too much. Be quiet. Who got some grapes? I'm trying to. I'm all ball for these. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Get it. Not complicated. No conversation. Please say less. Please say less. Please say less.
I'm blessed. I don't G8. I'm tryna. Yes on yes. Say less.